We're here tonight. We're going to give this a try, covering these wheels with Monokote. And here's where we've started so far. We cut a plastic disc instead of using a bean dip. I have some plastic that I got out of posters. I cut that, cut some circles, drilled a hole in it. I just folded my Monokote over. We're going to try this way and see how that works. So what I've done is I've cut the Monokote and I'm going to iron it down. This stuff is great for doing complex corners and stuff. The trick is just going to be to make it so it actually sticks to this plastic.
Well, that's what I'm concerned about, was having a strong enough adhesive bond.
Well, once I flip it over and start ironing it from the other side, it shouldn't be a problem.
Aren't you?
I'm just trying to lift this up.
So you don't think it's enough heat to be sticking it on the other side?
Oh, from this side?
Mm-hmm.
No, not through the plastic.
Okay.
Stretching it too much. See if it sticks to the metal. That might be the trick.
What material does this stuff usually stick to?
Well, you put it over wood. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to stick to the metal.
Not sticking at all, huh?
That may be...
It did stick to this plastic, or?
It felt like it. That might be the issue. Maybe it doesn't stick to metal. Maybe I just had to warm it up enough. Nope.
Didn't stick at all.
Doesn't want to stick. So maybe that's why you had to use the glue, because it doesn't want to stick to the metal rim. It's unfortunate.
It certainly would have been the cleaner option.
Sticking at all. Just wanted to see.
All right.
So
this is what he says to do.
All right. So that didn't work. So now we're gonna have to try and find some kind of glue or something and figure that out.
Okay, you're not sticking to your plastic.
And it did stick a little bit.
A little, but
not
I don't think
not as much as we thought.
I don't think I'd be comfortable with that.
How did it stick anywhere else? See, it stuck some.
Some.
So I just didn't. If I heat it up more, so we did get some adhesion around here.
So the question is, do you want to try to iron it again, or do you want to glue it?
I don't know. From this point here, I mean, it'd be easy to pop it off because it's going to roll off anyway. I'm thinking it's because it's not porous enough. If this were wood, it would not be doing this.
So this is supposed to stick to wood then.
Yeah. We'll leave it like that, and then we'll just glue it around there. So now I got to get some glue. All right, time to get some glue. So we went to the store, got some bean dip. We had some chips. We got the plastic, but while we were there, we found a possible solution that might be better. Not only is it good for your financial health, but it's good for your wheels if you just cut up your credit cards. and use that as the opening for the valve. We're going to give that a try. I've already put one side on, and I think what we're going to try and do is put it down in there and glue it on just like that. I think that'll work fine. And now we're breaking into the bean dip. Actually doing the heat shrink on the second side. For those of you who've never worked with Monokote before, you'll notice how, well, it's really kind of hard to see, and it's going to be really hard to see in this video, but the Monokote actually gets darker where it's heated up, and then it stretches back out. Yeah, for a nice shiny disc wheel, you can't beat the price.
I don't see how it could not function every bit as well as the carbon fiber one. Maybe even a little better. This side is going to look boss. It really is.
Finished it. We've put the wheel back on, and that's the result. I think I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. I put a hole for the valve. I just put a single hole in it, and that's where we use the credit card on the other side, and it looks amazing. It came out great. Thanks for the Monokote, Cameron. Okay, so we're out here doing the VTX rim today. We're going to be doing it in white. We're going to do the side that we're going to put the valve stem hole in first, which on this wheel we're going to do the same side as the cassette. So we've got the materials that we need. We've got the wheel, of course. We've got a roll of Monokote that we're going to do it in white. We've got the credit card template that we're going to use for the bracing around the valve stem, and the ever popular bean dip.
Cassette side. All right, so we need to know exactly how big this hole is to punch through this.
Yep. All right, so you figure out what you're going to cut this with. So we've cut a hole in the bean dip. I think it's 1 1/4. Put it on there, and we're going to have to trim it just a little bit to get it to fit down below there.
Almost.
Yep, just a touch more. That's it.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. Now you need to cut off the...
Yeah, I gotta trim off that outside.
Alright, so we'll get that trimmed up, and then we'll put it on. So we have the bean dip lid.
Ooh, that's
And
good.
pretty soon we'll cut this out here and just cut off the edge of it.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're solid. So, now we're on to the paper.
The idea of cutting it out and duplicating it for the one side you can't do, especially on a VTX rim or any other rim that has a disc brake flange.
Here's what I'm thinking. This is the inside.
Yep.
Which means where Frito is going to be like this way. Need to pull the backing, put glue on this, squish it down. Then I can just trim the inside of that.
So I'm actually
They said it's
eating
not
some
going
of
to
this
be.
stuff. All right, so this is the flange, has glue on it, gluing it to what some people would call the sticky side of the Monokote. This is the side that has the adhesive, the heat activated adhesive when it's used for normal application on an airplane.
There's one. There it goes. Oh, this is gonna be sweet. Isn't that pretty?
Put some glue on this. Yeah, that's like art right there. It's like a little Bob Ross
Alright.
Happy Sunshine.
Let's put that bad boy on there.
Oops.
All right, great.
Don't worry. Okay, now there is a difficulty when it comes to truing a rim with this stuff on.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Alright, so here we're taking the rewards cards like we've done last night. Put some glue on there. Man,
Making
getting
a
glue
mess.
everywhere. Don't let it go down, because once you set it down, it's gonna.
Yeah. Looks
it'll be
pretty
done.
even, doesn't it?
Looks good. That's some fast rewards there.
Jeez.
What?
That joke.
Yeah, come on, that was good stuff there. You didn't even have to pay for that.
I think I'm gonna try to cut it out.
We might need a new razor blade. It should be cutting a lot easier than that. Okay, good
Down
first
to the
test of the
crack
crack pipe too. Okay, so for those of you out there in video land, we keep referring to a crack pipe. I want to show you what that is. Essentially, it's this little bit right here that you put into the end of your pump. It's a metal, and then that goes over the end of the Presta valve, and you hold it on there while you're pumping it up.
Hold on. No, I wanna give this a shot.
See if we can do it. See if we can do it one person.
All right. This is gonna be
So it's kind of awkward.
crack pipe test. You know what? That's
Crack
not
pipe.
that bad.
Crack pipe test number 1. But is
Not
it airing
that
up?
bad. Yeah, it's definitely airing up.
Here we are. So now we got the wheel on. The wheel kind of takes some of the tension off. So we're re-shrinking it. According to other people who have done this, after a ride, we
Yeah,
may
the
need to
person that
re-stretch
has
it
done
again. Yeah, may need to re-stretch it again after a ride. All right, very nice. So really, it's dedicated probably 3 hours. This is a 700 wheel, so it took us 2 evenings to do both of these wheels, this white one and the red one, both 700 size. That came out really nice.
I'm glad I went with white.
What a great idea.